Hello everyone, my name is Akufan Grey Wolf and this is my intro. I'm going to be showing you 7 videos that I've made over the last 20, 30 plus years. Those 7 videos, this will be a fight montage. So, the first movie up will be Enter the Scarlet Spider. That is my most recent stuff as of the last 2 years. And I had to have a little bit of help on some green screening. The movie was initially going to be made prior to that, but then COVID hit, and so it had to be green screen where I play everybody. Right, and that's some really difficult work. The second one, also with the blue screen or a green screen, depending on how it looks back then, would be a clone affair. And again, I'm going to do a tiny bit of commentary in those sections, and then Path of Ascension, and then Guardians of the Earth, which at the time of filming this aired Friday night. And then after Guardians of the Earth, The Dragon's Breath, Fallen Dragons, and The Cleanup. So those are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 films that I have done that you probably have never heard of or have never seen. So, without further ado, I'm going to give you my fighting montage because even if my career hasn't taken off yet, and I am currently 52 years old, I just wanted to make sure that you understand it. Perseverance, I'm pretty sure I butchered that. Um, it builds character. And more importantly, above all else, the message is to never give up. If you got a dream, chase that shit. It might cost you everything, but at least I'm honest about it. It is totally worth it, and I've come too far to quit because I've put so much of my life into making these movies that no one has actually seen as an independent filmmaker. And I just really wanted to give you guys an insight on chasing your dreams. This is a fighting montage to honor everything and everyone who's been with me on this journey and why I still fight to at least get my foot in the door. Hopefully somebody will notice me before I'm 60. Anyway, thank you guys for watching and welcome to my fight montage. Okay, so let us begin with these 3 movies where I worked the green screen. You're going to be watching some bloopers, and you're going to be watching me dealing with green screens and fighting myself. The first movie up to bat will be Enter the Scarlet Spider. In this movie, I play all 3, the Scarlet Spider, Ben Reilly, and the Nameless one. And you will see the fight skills and stuff, and this movie was made within a year or so ago, and it wasn't supposed to be made earlier. I couldn't find anybody to put a villain, and then COVID struck, which really put a loop in my plans. But if you ever do anything green screen or blue screen or whatever, fighting yourself can be complicated, as you can see. Fighting myself is extremely complicated. Now, I also will be showing you a video as soon as you see this next fighting segment of me in Scarlet Spider suit going against me in the Nameless one. And there's parts of me with me being Spider-Man 2099, all done with green screen. Very fun, very much fun, So you'll want to at least experience fighting yourself at least once. Finally, The Clone Affair and The Path of Ascension are also films in which I did with a green screen. In The Clone Affair, I fought myself, which was fun. So there was that, I think you'll enjoy watching me fight myself, but I also was making this video movie for my bro Josh because at the time MTV Made was making, flawless careers happen, There's also going to be a lot of bloopers within all of these little green screen, blue screen movies. And in A Clone Affair, I fought me and Josh fought me, and then Josh fought himself and I fought Josh. We both played clones and we both played the original people. So within that, you'll have that section. Now, the last green screen movie up was my second green screen movie, and that was the cleanup. Now the cleanup was not mine specifically, but I was given the role of the hero, if you would. And I have like superpowers or some shit, but it's like maybe a 10-minute movie with some green screen effects, some Matrix stuff, and I get my ass kicked a little bit in most of these things, but I wind up winning in the end. Comic book tropes and action hero tropes where the good guy finishes in the end. So, you kind of want to watch those carefully. But also, to be fair, fighting against yourself is actually pretty difficult to film. And if you've been watching this far in, you will see that there's some difficult things, and we cut it so that you can actually see what was going on. But I hope that you thoroughly enjoy the fighting montage. Now, let's talk about the cleanup and finishing this part of the video. The cleanup, where I have the powers and stuff, my friend Lewis from Africa was in the film, and he beats me up a little bit, and then I live him, and that pretty much ends it, but I'm supposed to be an assassin being controlled by somebody, and he's also an assassin being controlled by somebody else, and his job is to unalive the president. My job is to stop him. My tactical advantage is that I can morph. That's pretty much the gist of that. So after you see the cleanup, the next one on the line will be the Path of Ascension. Until then, I'll see you. Gotta ditch my bag. Gotta ditch my bag. Works for me. You're gonna pay for that! Right now! You're gonna pay for that! Right now! To my lair! The Baxter Building. And we're gonna have to cut. Gotta ditch my bag. Which one did you like better?
Either.
Okay.
That looks good.
No! Now, the Nameless One is going to be the greatest supervillain of all time. The world is mine! Come to me! I can find him, but it would be better if I do it as the Scarlet Spider. Ben Riley cannot be chasing the Nameless One around, and
It's okay.
I don't know his name yet. Yeah! Blooper reels are gonna be fun. Being a superhero, Sometimes the benefits don't reap the reward. I should just give this up. Besides, supervillains never, ever have to live in secret.
Originals.
We're not done yet. They're the best you've got, champion. Say it like this. Let's see if you can handle my best. Stay down. This is gonna be so much fun. Making a world. Get up and destroy me. You humans will die. It's impossible. I must leave. No! Your history, pal. Let's do this. I don't know who you think you are. You're getting me mad. You know, you're actually bigger than my friend. But I'm gonna show you. Bigger is always better. Okay, welcome back. So if you entered this section, you are now in the Path of Ascension and Guardians of the Earth section, where Path of Ascension is the spawn that leads you to Guardians of the Earth. Now, Guardians of the Earth, if you are living in Charlottesville, Virginia, it aired the weekend that I filmed this video. Alright? So, with the Path of Ascension, it's basically a story of a person becoming a leader. His name is Wynn, of the House of Wynn. And his grandfather's in a dragon statue, which you will see in this video here. And I had to do voiceovers for the dragons and voiceovers in the Guardians of the Earth for the other two Guardian statues. Anyway, there's a lot of bloopers that you're going to see. I'm going to be on a table in Nike Park in Smithfield, Virginia, where I slip off the damn thing. But I don't go down. And you will see bloopers throughout this video, but you will also see me doing some of my best fight scenes in Guardians of the Earth as well as in Path of Ascension. And yes, you will see me take a beating. Also, I was much younger and I did my own stunts. You know. And some of the video will have special effects, some of them will not, because, you know, they're all clipped together for the last 30 years of my failed acting career. But, you know, I haven't gotten the chance to actually give up And I just want you to understand that when you're chasing a dream, sacrifices must be made. And I hope that this does reach people at some point, at some time, so that you can understand. I was the real deal with the martial arts stuff. Just the fact that location and everything just went to hell in a handbasket. And there was also there was a studio here that promised us Hollywood East, and the owner of that studio just failed to deliver. And he only wanted to make certain movies versus making the genre of movies. Now, in this section, you will see me take a beating from a few actors, and you will see me also give a beating and do a little bit of wushu and some other stuff. But mostly, I put this thing together so that I can have a fight montage honoring them as well as honoring myself for the hard work that I put into my career for the last 30 some odd years, if you would. You know, and the thing is, martial arts and martial art films have always made me happy. I would love to make an actual full-blown martial art film. I don't have to be the star. Just want to be in the damn thing. And the same thing with horror and sci-fi genre. Those are things that I've also incorporated in the scenes that you are seeing. And you will see more of the martial arts stuff as the thing goes on. Once you get out of the path of ascension, you'll fall right into the Guardians of the Earth. Guardians of the Earth is a pickup from Path of Ascension. In other words, Guardians of the Earth was like the beginning movie of what would become a series of 7 episodes that would have a young man and 6 warriors fight an alien named Daikon Darkcloud. And once you see it, you'll understand, the potential of greatness is only as good as the opportunities given. And if you're not given a lot of opportunities, well, then you're me, and you'll have to make fight montage videos and pray that someone will see them and give you a job before your body can no longer do the things that it used to be able to do. You will see a lot of stuff that I fight choreographed a little bit, and I need a little work on the choreographing, but at the time, I really just wanted to make a movie. Some of the people that I have in this movie, I've literally trained, and I've had to teach them how to keep up with me because I used to be fast as fuck. Ooh, I'm not that fast anymore, and I am sorry for swearing, but, it's a fight montage. It has all of my good fight scenes in it, and a lot of my bad fight scenes in it. And the thing about filming is that you live and you learn from your fighting mistakes, and making kung fu movies is great. It's the most fun I've had in my existence is being able to be in front of that camera and pull kicks that I can probably still do now, just not with all the snow on the ground. Anyway, special effects are a little bit janky, as the word we use in today's terms. But back then, that was all I could find on iMovie and iTunes. So please don't judge me too harshly. I am also very bad with tech. I can barely get my fucking cell phone to work, let alone, get anything to work properly. So that being said, I want to make sure that you guys understand that, filming is fun. Filming martial arts makes me happy. And once you get through these sections here, you will get to the meat and potatoes of the Dragon's Breath and Fallen's Dragons. I tried to do this in sections because there's 7 movies, so the first movie would be 3, and the second the second section would be 2, which you are currently watching at this moment, which is still Path of Ascension. But by the time you get to the end of it, you will be seeing Guardians of the Earth. Now, the final 2 will be Dragon's Breath and Fallen Dragons. Now, I have you know, Fallen Dragons was my first movie. Alright? The choreographing in that is just butt awful. But I made a lot of friends, and some you will see repeatedly throughout all these films that I have made. Thank you to everyone who was in these films. And if you guys get to watch these things, I hope you see that I haven't given up. Just had a whole lot of bumps in the road. I'm still fighting to get this career off the ground. So I will see you in the final section. And in that final section, again, Dragon's Breath and Fallen Dragons. Thank you guys for watching.
of fear. You're not safe even in your dreams. Surprise! I don't think you get the message yet, kid. Yeah! Now, you're about to live your nightmare. So?
You'll never be an anything or die come. Told you. Die!
I got you now, you black bitch! Sorry if you thought you were gonna say You know, I always thought people were supposed to support us alive. I would kill you now, but what's the fun in that? You're not powerful enough. Yeah. That's a cute toy. We'll see what's cute. Let's go. Damn it.
may look like a monkey, but you look like a Bigfoot. Daddy, you wanna kill your friends, do it like this.
No! Get out of my face! Boss! My bad. You gotta pay for that! That the best you got? The real win must be a bitch! I think that makes a difference.
On my plate.
My turn. Before I ever had power, I was full of it. Let's rock. Blasted. That's the best you got? Now it's my turn. Takes one down. That's the leader's shit. Yeah! I can't get enough of you guys today. Time to roll. Surprise.
Been holding back some power.
Oh yeah.
Maybe you aren't the bitch I thought you were.
You guys killed one of my best friends. Now it's time that I show you where you belong. Prepare for termination. I'm done playing with you, Daikon. Maybe next time. Hit.
Long shot.
Find out. I told you I'm the real guy. This'll prove it. Damn, I missed. Not it. Oh shit. That was a hell of a hit. I'm gonna have to teach you a damn good lesson so you can finally understand I'm the real win. Your ass is mine! Do it. That's it. I'm done playing with you. If you don't believe I'm the real win, then I'm just gonna have to beat your ass. You want to party? Let's party! Why you? Gotta get that statue.
You didn't think this was gonna be easy, did you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're gonna pay for what you just did. I'm getting real tired of this damn forest.
No. You're really freaking pathetic.
Yeah. It's over for you, Spirit. Got to get these statues.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
3, 2, 1. That chia pet of yours was way stronger. When I'm serious just now?
Okay, people, so I'll bring you to the final section of this. And the last two films that I will be showing you fight scenes from will be Dragon's Breath and Fallen Dragons. Dragon's Breath is going to come first. It's probably going to be the shortest set. There's going to be a little bit of action. You're going to like this little bit of the fighting montage, you know, and I hope you guys are thoroughly engaged in watching it, you know. There's some other stuff, and there's some bloopers. I have some of my best action stuff in here. Blind fighting, bound fighting, all kinds of stuff. I also don't recommend it to try any of the stuff in real life, because the only thing that bound fighting is going to do is get you hurt if you have not been properly trained. And though I have been properly trained, I still don't recommend you do it unless you absolutely positively have no way out. Now you will enjoy I'll be in a blue shirt. I'm blindfolded working a bow staff and all kinds of other stuff, doing things in my early 30s, mid 30s, where, my body was healthy and, I did fairly well. But again, everything's just a fighting montage. It's not the actual movies. Now, the movies needed a little bit of work, but they're done now, and it's been 20 plus years since I've done them, since I am 52 years old at the time of filming this. But I wanted to put all my stuff together just to have a record of what potential is and what I could have been and what should have happened had a certain studio in Virginia honored their word and just decided to let's just make movies, man. But that was too much like the right thing to do, and it didn't happen. And I implore you to chase your dreams. Do not give up on your dreams. And the more somebody says you can't, the more I insist that you at least continue to try. I'm 52. I've been told I can't, and I'm still pursuing it. I can't pursue it as vigorously as I would like because there's just no opportunities in Virginia. And the one time that we could have had opportunities in the Virginia, it was a letdown, and you should never put all your eggs in one basket. You want to do research on that studio in Virginia. It was New Millennium. I don't hold any ill will towards the owner anymore. Actually, yes, I do. Because we could have been making money. I mean, if you're sitting here and you're watching this, hire a good fight choreographer, hire a good stunt coordinator, hire someone who can actually put the film together in a lot better fashion than me, because I was wearing all the hats. The producer, the fight choreographer, the casting director, getting everybody together, having my main actress walk out on me the day before we started filming. That was bad. Yeah, that was bad. Hello, Gita. But, it's a number of things that can go wrong when you're filming, especially in independent films. There's a whole lot of shit that can go wrong. So I want to put everything that mostly went right in the film. So that's why you have this fighting montage, and that's why you're watching The Dragon's Breath. Now, Fallen Dragons. Fallen Dragons is my first film. It won't be my first film ever, but it's my first film because the other one was just basically a martial arts demonstration of all the weapons that I know how to work. And that, unfortunately, will not be added to this section, especially since this is the last section of this film. You will be watching Fallen Dragons, and again, the reason why I made this movie is because New Millennium Studios opened up with the promise of Hollywood East. 2 years before I made the movie, they had promised us Hollywood East. I'm like 27, 28 years old, and I got sent away because I wasn't a SAG actor. At the time, I had no idea what the hell SAG is. Now that I know what it is, I'm still not a SAG actor because I'm broke. But I got a whole bunch of people together. I also had got kidney stones, but I got a whole bunch of people together, and we put this movie together as best we could. Again, some fight choreographing could have been helpful, but this was my first movie, and I really wanted to open the door for me and the cast in the movie. And if you're watching this at this point, my bro Josh has been in damn near everything that I've done, and willingly. So, I mean, here's the thing, man. When you're making an independent film and you're in a town that can make money but just refuses to make money, when you're in a state that can make money, they just refuse to make money, you kind of got to do the best you can when you can't afford to leave the town. And on top of that, when Millennium came here, it would have worked out perfectly for me because I was going to move to North Carolina or South Carolina, wherever the hell Screen Gems is, because Dawson's Creek was still a thing. And I was going to try my luck down there versus moving to New York, moving to Florida, moving to California. Because, again, one, I couldn't afford to move, but two, North Carolina, South Carolina, I could drive there. It's not that big of a deal. I can't afford to live there, but I could have driven there at the time. And when you're in your 20s, you do impulsive shit. Okay? So I was going to do that. But then Millennium promised us Hollywood East. and their pitch line was so pitch perfect that I just threw all my eggs in one basket, and I made a mistake. I'll own that. I made a mistake. My hopes was up on this Petersburg Millennium Studios because my dad lived in Richmond. He's no longer with us. My mom lives in Charlottesville. She's still with us. And this would have been perfect because if it didn't happen to either one of them because they weren't in the best of health of my parents have diabetes. If I'm in Petersburg and I'm filming, when the shot's over, Petersburg's like 40 some odd minutes from Richmond. I can get there, go see my dad, everything can be peachy keen, and go right back to Petersburg the very next day, none the wiser. My mom lives in Charlottesville. It's about an hour, 35 minutes, depending on who's driving the car and how many state police are out there. You know, I can make it. I have a fast car, and I drive a stick shift. So I wouldn't have ever had to move to California because everything I needed was right here in Virginia. Everything but the opportunity. Now, in closing, I will say I did have another movie opportunity lined up, but unfortunately the producer and the other producer got into it, and so I didn't get to do that role. Although I will say I learned that I can do the 619 at any given time at any given spot. Now at 52, not so much. Hip replacement from the military, but Dragon's Breath was my very first film. So the fight choreographing was way off. So when you go back and you're watching this fight montage, Dragon's Breath is at the end, and you can see the improvement. If you watch it in reverse, you can see the improvement of how much better I got at fight choreographing. Now, some of the fight choreographing in Dragon's Breath is spot on with me and Josh. It's some of the fight choreographing with me and other people, not so much. It's also some of the fight choreographing with Josh and other people that's not so much. But we do a really good job. And shout out to everybody in Fallen Dragons, and shout out to everybody in Dragon's Breath, and to every other thing that I have done. Guardians of the Earth, Path of Ascension. Shout out to Josh and Clone Affair. Shout out to Lewis in The Cleanup. And shout out to myself in Enter the Scarlet Spider. Now, in closing, I just want you all to know that it's been a blast. My acting career isn't like knocking down Hollywood doors or anything, but the fighting montage is more for me and for you than it is for everyone else. Again, I did the best I could do with the time and what I had at the time. So again, unfortunately, this movie at the end here is my last movie on this, but it was my first try out to get into this business. I can see why Sundance rejected it, but at the same time, there was a lot going on in Charlottesville, and there was a whole lot going on. So, you know, again, if you're watching it, the fight choreographing needed a lot of work. Some scenes spot on. Some scenes needed some work. More scenes needed work than not needed work. And that shit's on me.
Told you.
What's the problem, man?
Girl's dead. Yeah. I like that. Oh, damn.
What do you want from us? I want your class.
Finish this down there.
Oh man, so you let's go. There you go.
2-on-1? Yeah, that's fair. Oh,
Yeah, you're bad. You gotta go down.
come on. I can take
All right. Let's go break
Come
down.
on, Oscar's here.
I'm tired down there.
Let's go.
What's up now, huh? What you gonna do?
But I hope you guys enjoyed this fighting montage. It was to honor everybody who helped me get as far as I've gotten, and it was also to honor the martial arts. And hopefully it honors them and it honors me. I'm Echo Fan Grey Wolf. Thank you for watching.